Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl, the auntie you never knew you needed. And I want to talk about self-love today because I feel that that's a journey that many women start and stop over and over again, just due to life circumstances, due to, really not seeing the value in the work. And I'm here to tell you that you are worth it. You are worth every single minutes of working on yourself, because if you don't feed yourself, if your cup is not full, then you can't pour into anybody else's cup. I'm gonna say it again. If your cup is not full, then you can't pour into anybody else's cup, sis. So the first cup that you need to be filling is your own, okay? And in saying that, I had to learn that the hard way, because I was giving so much to so many other people that I was letting me fall by the wayside. And I'm not a mom, I'm a sister that was helping, family members. I'm someone that just is always like giving, and I was not leaving enough room to give to myself. So I say this understanding that as women, we are natural givers, but sometimes you got to put the energy back into yourself, sis. Not sometimes, all the time. Because again, you cannot pour from an empty cup, okay? So I'm not an expert. I did not go to school for all this. I just lived life, okay? I've been living life for 31 awesome years. And anything that I say is just from experience and from my learning, So it may not, you may not understand it. You may not have been through it quite yet, but you might get there, you might not. Either way, this is for those who just want to know from someone's perspective, okay? So my first thing when it comes to self-love is just understanding that you deserve it. That's the first thing. You deserve to love yourself. You deserve to be filling your cup. That's number one. And then number two is understanding in which ways you feel most love. Like for me, I enjoy being out, I enjoy going hiking into the wilderness, feeling close to God. Like those are things that I enjoy. I enjoy getting my hair done because it's popping, okay? I'm occasionally enjoying getting my nails done, but I don't need my nails done to feel pretty. That's just not something I need. It's cool, it's cute, I get to do all this, but I don't need it. And some people do. They don't feel like themselves when their nails are done. Okay, sis, go get your nails done, So it's just finding out what works for you. And then I think it's just doing exercises or doing the work to figure out why you have these thoughts about yourself in the first place, because as you get older, we start to bury things. And so something that's helped me is therapy and understanding why I think certain ways about myself and where did it come from. So it could be things that happened in your childhood, parent relationships, or things your parents have told you, things your friends have told you, situations that happened in relationships. So there's many different things that can help our self-esteem and our self-worth and our self-love and cause it to not be there like we want it to be. But therapy has definitely helped a lot. So I promote therapy to the umpteenth power. Oh, you need therapy. Not even, no cap. You need therapy. So I just promote therapy to everybody. Let that be for the record, okay? And then another thing is just how often do you talk nice to yourself? Genuinely say, girl, you're doing a good job. Girl, you did that today. How often do we talk good to ourselves? Because I know for me, a lot of times I point out what I didn't do. And that's not good. You can't do that all the time. So I encourage you to write a love letter to yourself every week. Write things you love about yourself. Write things that you're so proud that you're growing into or you've grown out of every week, and just see how that makes you feel. I know a lot of people do daily affirmations, but if that's too much, once a week, sit down and be like, hey girl, I'm so proud you did this, this, and this. And then something that's also helped me is boundaries. Telling people when they hurt you, so that way they don't do it again. And allowing people to know, how to love you and how not to love you. because at the end of the day, people will love you the way that you allow them to. So if you allow someone to, call you names, then that's what they're going to continue to do until you tell them, I don't like it. You got to stop. And then if they continue to do that, then that's when they don't love you. Let's be honest. So creating boundaries with people and sticking to them, right? So you're going to create them and then stick to them, because creating them is easy in your head. You're like, okay, so this person can't talk to me this way, but then they do it and you don't correct them. What are you doing? Correct them, right? Because now you're not keeping the promise to yourself, saying like, look, I'm not going to accept that from anybody. And that's another thing. Keep promises to yourself. If you tell yourself that on Wednesday I'm going to go get a massage, go get the massage. Go do it. Go get it done, right? Something for me is just like advocating for yourself. Something so simple as like speaking up about when things are, you're not happy with things. Advocating for yourself is such a huge thing of self-love, is because you're just not going to accept any old treatment. I recently had a conversation with somebody. I'm like, look, I can't do that anymore. I can't do that. That's not who I'm trying to be anymore. So I just can't do it. Even though I want, like, bits and pieces of me wanted to do it, like I really wanted to. But I was like, that is not conducive to my growth. So I can't do it. And it felt so good. Like, it felt so good to be like, I am choosing my future me over the past me. And that is something that a lot of people battle with, because in order to get better, you're going to have to make sacrifices, and you're going to have to do things that you didn't do before. But again, insanity is doing the same things and thinking you're going to get a different result. So I know for me, I need a different result. So I'm going to have to do things differently this time around. And I'm okay with that. And if anybody is not okay with that, then that's their problem, not mine. So those are just a few things on, self-love and just how to generate that feeling into yourself. And you really just got to do things trial and error, because at the end of the day, you're always evolving and you're always growing. So things will change, and that's okay. If you're not changing, you're not growing. So my challenge to you is to do one thing that makes you feel good, weekly, whether it's writing, whether it's hiking, whether it's just, talking to your best friend, whatever. Do one thing and see, gradually how you can add on to that, because you deserve it. Again, you deserve it. You can't keep pouring from an empty cup, sis. So fill yours up first.